Good morning students, myself Dr. Vishwas Grover, Assistant Professor Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So today we will discuss about the brief introduction for the non-destructive testing processes. In the previous classes we have compared about the different NDT methods or non-destructive testing methods. Okay, but in today class we will discuss about different processes, okay, or different non-destructive testing and comparative studies between both, that is the non-destructive testings in between the non-destructive testings. Okay, so in today class we will discuss about this. We will continue about this introduction to NDT and comparison between the destructive testings and the non-destructive testings. Okay, then for its code is RME 080, that is the non-destructive testing. Okay, RME 080, that is non-destructive testing. In this we will constitute the introduction to NDT, that is the visual inspection, liquid, and this penetrant inspection, magnetic particle. We will discuss these topics in this class. And then this inspection contains the ultrasonic testing, radiography, and the testings so called the eddy current testings. Okay, testings so called the eddy current testings. So first of all, introduction to NDT. Introduction to NDT means it's the comparison between the destructive and first of all we will see the comparison between the destructive and NDT, and importance of NDT and the scope of NDT. Okay, then difficulties of NDT, future progress in NDT, and economics aspects of NDT. Okay, and then visual inspection. Visual inspection means like tools, applications and limitations. Okay, then fundamentals of visual testing, that is the vision, lighting, material attributes, environmental factors, visual perception, direct and indirect methods, mirror, magnifiers, boroscopes. These are certain visual inspection techniques. Okay, that is the direct and indirect method, mirrors, magnifiers, boroscopes, fibroscopes, closed circuit televisions, light sources, special lighting system, and computer enhanced systems. Okay, so these are the visual inspection techniques. So first of all we will have a look over this, like why are the metals tested. Okay, metals are tested with destructives or non-destructive methods, either destructive or non-destructives. First of all, the reason why these metals are tested. Okay, first is to ensure the quality. Okay, to ensure the quality, test properties. Okay, second one is the test properties. Third one is the prevent failure in use. Okay, prevent failure in use. Third one is the prevent failure in use. And fourth one is the make informed choices in using materials. Okay, so these are the reasons for which these metals are tested, like to prevent failure in use, that in the running time these metals, wherever these metals are used, so that they do not get failure while running. So these metals must be tested. Okay, that's why these metals must be tested. Okay, then make informed choices in using materials. Okay, make informed choices in using materials. Then next is the factor of safety, is the ratio comparing the actual stress on a material and the safe usable stress. Okay, and the safe usable stress. This is the factor of safety. Okay, factor of safety is the ratio comparing the actual stress on a material and the safe usable stress. So these are the this is the factor of safety which are implanted in this. So factor of safety is the ratio comparing the actual stress on a material and the safe usable stress. Okay. Then next are the two forms of the testing. What are the two forms of the testing? Two forms of the testings are like, first of all is the mechanical tests. Okay, mechanical tests are those the materials may be physically tested to destruction. Okay, materials may be physically tested to the destruction, will normally specify a value for properties such as strength, hardness, toughness, etc. Okay, so these are the mechanical tests. Okay, the material may be physically tested to the destruction, will normally specify a value for the properties such as strength, hardness, toughness, etc. So these are the for the mechanical tests. And then next are the non-destructive tests. Non-destructive tests are like samples or finished articles are tested before being used. Okay, in comparison to the mechanical tests, non-destructive tests are this, like samples or the finished articles are tested before being used. So this is the non-destructive test. Then next is the destructive testing. In destructive testing, tests are carried out to the specimen failure. Up to which limit tests are carried out? Tests are carried out to the specimen failure until the specimen get failure. Till then this tests are carried out. Okay, and in order to understand a specimen structural performance or material behavior under different loads. Okay, in destructive testing, tests are carried out to the specimen failure and till the specimen get failure, and in order to understand a specimen structure, performance or material behavior under different loads. Okay, then stress testing. Stress testings means like this tensile test, compressive test, impact testing. Okay, so these are the different forms. That is the stress testing, like tensile test, compressive test, impact testing, hardness testing, torsion test, shear test, creep test, and fatigue test. Okay, so these are the different destructive testings. Like in stress testing, that is the tensile test, compressive test, impact testing, hardness testing, torsion test, shear test, creep test, or fatigue test. Okay, so these are the different destructive testings. Then next is the hardness testing. Hardness is the ability to withstand the indentation or the scratches. Okay, what is the hardness? Hardness is the ability of a material to withstand. Okay, to withstand the indentation. Okay, to withstand the indentation, that how much it get to withstand the indentation or the scratches. Okay, and the different type of hardness testings are like Brinell hardness test, Vickers hardness test, Rockwell hardness test. Okay, these are the types of hardness testing. First is the Brinell hardness test, Vickers hardness test, Rockwell hardness test. Okay, so these are the different hardness testings, different types of hardness testings. Okay, then hardness testing machine. This is the hardness testing machine. As you have observed, this is the hardness testing machine. In this there is an indenter. Okay, the indenter is pressed into the metal. Okay, indenter is pressed into the metal, this metal. Okay, this is the indenter. Okay, this is the indenter, and this is pressed into the metal, and this is the readout, and this is the activating lever. This is the activating lever which is pushed. Okay, so, and this is the item for test placed here. Item which needs to be tested is placed here, and this is the adjusting nut for rotation or revolution. This is the adjusting nut. Okay, so indenter is pressed into the material. Indenter का क्या काम होगा? It is pressed into the metal like in this way, and softer materials leave a deeper indentation. Okay, the materials which are soft, these leaves a deeper indentation. Okay, these leave a deeper indentation, and this is the readout. Okay, this is the readout. This is the readout, and this is the activating lever for rotation. Okay, then next is the item for test placed here. Item which needs to be tested is placed here, like in this, and this is the position of the indenter which is pressed over this. Okay, which is pressed over this, and this is the adjusting nut for the rotation. Okay, then most of the machines in use are almost fully automatic and can carry out various hardness tests. Okay, most of the machine in use are almost fully automatic. Okay, in this machine, most of the machines in use are almost fully automatic and can carry out various hardness tests. Okay, these can carry out various hardness tests. Okay, so this is the hardness testing machine. This is the hardness testing machine. Next is the impact test. Impact test is toughness of material is the ability to withstand the impact. Okay, to withstand the impact, what is the material? What is the to withstand the ability of the material? Toughness of the metal is the ability to withstand the impact. So this is the impact test. Now different types are like ISO test, Charpy, impact test. Okay, so these are the different tests. These are the types like ISO test, Charpy, impact test. Okay, these are the different impact tests like ISO test, Charpy, impact test. So this is a different striker is fitted for Charpy testing, and the specimen is held in horizontal position and with the notch facing away from the pendulum. This is for the pendulum. This is the pendulum is raised in this position. Pendulum is raised in this position. Then specimen in position for ISO test. Specimen is placed like in this way, and it is specimen in the position for ISO test. This is for the ISO test. Okay, and this is the raise control. This is the pendulum release lever. Okay, this is the pendulum release lever, and this is the energy meter scale. Energy meter scale. This is the energy meter scale, and this is the pendulum in raised position. Pendulum in raised position. This pendulum gets strike over this, and the specimen in the position for the ISO test. Specimen in the position for the ISO test. Okay. Next is the tensile testing. Now this is the tensile testing. Tensile testing uses an extensometer to apply measured force to an test specimen. Okay, it uses an extensometer to apply measured force to an test specimen. Okay, it uses an extensometer to apply measured force to an test specimen पर extensometer apply करते हैं. This is for the tensile testing. Then the amount of extension can be measured and graphed. Okay, the amount of extension while while performing this tensile test, the amount of extension can be measured and graphed. Okay, in this case the amount of extension can be measured and graphed. And then variables such as stress, strain, elasticity, tensile strength, ductility and shear strength can be gauged. Okay, variables in this case like variables such as stress, strain, elasticity, tensile strength, ductility and shear strength can be gauged in this tensile testing. Okay, next is the tensile specimens can be round or the flat. Okay, tensile test specimens which are used can be round, it can be round or the flat. Okay, then next is the UTM machine. UTM machine is the universal testing machine. This is the UTM machine. This is the UTM machine. This is the broken and new test specimen. This is the tensile specimen. This is the load cell. Okay, this is the load cell which is placed over it. Okay, this is the load cell, and this is the broken and new test piece. Broken and new test piece which are extended. Okay, broken and new test piece. And this is the moving crosshead. Moving crosshead. This is the load cell which is placed, and which load cell, while this is a specimen for which is tested in universal testing machine, and these are the holding grips in which the specimen is placed, and these are pulled away from each other, and this specimen get breaked up like in this case. And this is the broken and new test specimen. This is the new test specimen, and this is the broken test specimen. This specimen get break over this region. So this is the broken test specimen while using the universal testing machine. This is for the UTM machine. This is for the universal testing machine. Okay, this is for the universal testing machine. This is for the universal testing machine. Next is the shear and bending test. Shear and bending test. This is the shear and bending test. This is the bended form, and when this is applied, okay, when this is applied, shear and bending test, specimen is placed like in this way, and this shear and this is applied over here, and this get broken up in two parts. Okay, so this is the shear and bending test, and this is the bend. Torque is applied over this, and this is the diameter D, and this is the length L. This is the torsion test, and this is the bending test. In the bending test, these are placed in this, and this is applied over here. The load is applied over here, and it get bended. Load get applied over here, and it get bended. And in the torsion test, this is the torsion, okay, with diameter D and with the length L, and it is get twisted. It will get twisted. So this is the torsion test. Now, non-destructive testing. Non-destructive testing has been defined as comprising those test methods used to examine an object, material or system without impairing its future usefulness. Okay, without impairing its future usefulness, and the term is generally applied to non-medical investigations of material integrity. Okay, the term is generally applied to non-medical investigations of material integrity. Okay, the term is generally applied to non-medical investigations of the material integrity. Now next is the non-destructive testing. Introduction. Non-destructive testing is one of the important methods used for evolution and quality control of metal components. Okay, non-destructive testing is one of the important methods used for evolution and quality control of metal components. Now during testing, the metal component does not get damaged. Okay, during testing the metal component does not get damaged. Now NDT plays a crucial role in everyday life and is necessary to assure safety and reliability. Okay, NDT plays a crucial role in everyday life and is necessary to assure safety and reliability. Okay, NDT plays a crucial role in everyday life and is necessary to assure safety and reliability. So this is the NDT, and typical examples are found in aircraft, spacecraft, shuttle, okay, motor vehicles, pipelines, bridges, trains, power stations, refineries, buildings and oil platforms, which are all inspected using NDT. Okay, while inspecting NDT, typical examples are like aircraft are there, spacecraft are there, shuttle, motor vehicles, pipelines, bridges, trains, power stations, refineries, buildings and oil platforms. These are basically inspected using the non-destructive testings. In coming slides we will discuss few of these ones. Okay, then now next is the NDT. Non-destructive testing involves the techniques based on the application of physical principles, okay, employed for the purpose of determining characteristics of materials or components, and for detecting and assessing inhomogeneity and harmful defects without changing the usefulness of material. Okay, harmful defects without changing the usefulness of materials or components. Now the methods used may be simple or intricate. Okay, the methods used may be simple or intricate. It plays a vast role in quality control of finished products. Okay, but it is NDT, it plays a vast role in quality control of finished product. Okay, then skill, judgments and experience is required while performing the NDT. Non-destructive testing is only get performed with the skilled judgments or experienced persons. These cannot be performed with the simpler persons. Okay, so these are the skill, judgments and experience is required while performing NDT. Okay, then next is the characteristics of NDT. Characteristics of NDT are like applied directly to the product. Okay, characteristics means characteristics of the NDT are applied directly to the product and tested parts are not damaged. Tested parts are not damaged in this, and then various tests can be performed on the same product. Okay, various tests can be performed on the same product. So these are the characteristics of NDT. Various tests can be performed on the same product. Then specimen preparation not required. Preparation of specimen is not required in this. So these are the characteristics of this NDT, that is the specimen preparation is not required in this NDT and can be performed on the parts that are in service. Okay, NDT can be performed on parts that are in service, and then it is the low time consumption. NDT is the low time consumption and low labor cost is required in this NDT. Only the skilled labor can perform testings over using this NDT. So low labor cost is required. Then different types of defects are there, like first is the inherent defects. Okay, these are the defects which are formed during the initial production of the raw material. Initial production of the raw material, that is the porosity, cavity, voids, etc. These are the inherent defects. Okay, these in different type of defects, these are the inherent defects which are formed during the initial production of raw material. Example, porosity, cavity and voids, etc. Okay, then next is the processing defect. Processing defect are formed during the processing of components. Example, surface and subsurface cracks developing due to the mechanical and thermal processing like grinding, heat treatment, etc. Okay, processing defects are formed during the processing of components. Example, surface and subsurface cracks developing due to the mechanical and thermal processing like grinding, heat treatment, etc. So these are the processing defects. Next is the service defects. Service defects are formed during the operating cycle of the component. Example, surface and subsurface cracks due to the fatigue, stress corrosion, hydrogen, embrittlement, pitting, etc. So this is the service defect. Service defects are formed during the operating cycle of the component. Example, surface and subsurface cracks due to the fatigue, stress corrosion, hydrogen, embrittlement, pitting, etc.